Hi guys, in this video we are going to continue our discussion on number system. This is part 2 of number system guys. I'm going to discuss few questions on LCM and HCF in this video. Okay, let's start the video. So this is the first question guys. Find the least number perfectly divisible by 3, 5 and 6. So he's telling there is a number n. Let's say there is a number. When you divide this with 3, perfectly divisible means you are going to get remainder 0. So when you divide a number with 3 and you are getting a remainder 0, can I say that the number is a multiple of 3? Correct. So he said the same number is divisible by 5 and 6 also. From this, can I say that n is a multiple of 3, 5 and 6 and is a common multiple of 3, 5 and 6? In that he is asking, there will be many common multiples, but he is asking you to calculate the least number. So it is nothing but what? Least common multiple. Least common multiple means it is of nothing but LCM of 356. What is LCM of 356 guys? It is 30. Correct? Fine. Let's see next question guys. Now the similar question guys. Find the least 3-digit number perfectly divisible by 3, 5 and 6. Now he is asking you to calculate the least 3-digit number. So the same thing, you take LCM of 3, 5, 6. You got LCM 30. So simply what you do is you need to get a 3-digit number now. So you just take the multiples of 30. So you take 30 multiples. So you'll get 30, 60, 90, 120. This will be your first 3-digit number now. This will be your answer, 120. I hope you understand this. Now I suggest you to pause the video and try the next question. Okay, when I show you the next question, like pause the video, try this. Okay, let's see the same question, same numbers. Find the least 4-digit number perfectly divisible by 3, 5 and 6 he told. So same thing, what we need to do is you need to take LCM of 3, 5, 6. Acha, you got 30. But now 30 ka multiples 30, 60, 90, 120, 150, so on, where you will get the first 4-digit number that you need to check. Correct? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a least 4-digit number, which is 1000. I'm going to divide with 30. So 3 times 90, again 100, 3 times 90. So what is the remainder guys? 10. That means in 1000, 990 is perfectly divisible and you got extra 10. So how much if you add to this 10, you will get 30 guys. So if you add 20, you are going to get 30, na? Correct? So that means 30 ka multiple plus 30 ka multiple. So which will give you 30 ka multiple, which is 1020 is your answer. So this is just for you to understand. What you need to do is simple guys. You got a remainder. So when you divide with 30, you got remainder 10. So if you add how much to 10, you will get again 30. That is of 20. So you just simply add 1000 plus 20. Okay, 1000 plus 20, which is 1020. So you can say 1000 plus, if anybody wants a formula type question thing, is 1000 plus divisor minus remainder, that you need to add 1000 plus 30 minus 10. So answer you'll get 1020. Okay, let's move on to next question. Find the highest 3-digit number perfectly divisible by 3, 5, 6. See guys, now I am talking highest 3-digit number. Same thing, you take LCM of 3, 5, 6. You got 30. You divide with 1000. You take, even if it is highest 3-digit number also, you take 1000. Divide with 30. So you got 33 times 990, which is 10. Correct? So out of 1000, 10 is the extra part which you have. If you subtract the 10, what you are going to get? 990. Now this is nothing but the highest 3-digit multiple. highest three digit multiple of 356. Correct. So that will be your answer. So what you need to do is, even if he said least four digit number or highest three digit number, you are going to take number 1000 for class calculations. Okay. Similarly, if he said least five digit number or highest four digit number, you are going to take what number for calculation, guys? You are going to take least five digit number, which is 10,000. So this is how you need to do this calculations. Okay. Let's see next question, guys. Okay. Now, same thing. Find the highest four digit number perfectly divisible by 356. So I have given a question highest four digit number. Now, so what you need to do? So you just simply take least five digit number, which is 10,000, divide with 30. So you can understand now, observing division with 30, like 100 by 30, you are going to get 10 as a reminder. 1000 by 30, you are going to get reminder as 10. Similarly, if you divide 10,000 with 30, you are going to get again reminder as 10 only. This is just a observation of division of 30. So for 10,000, you are getting a reminder 10. So plus 30 minus reminder, divisor plus minus reminder, you are going to get 10,020 is your answer. So 10,020 is the, sorry guys, this is of highest five sorry, this is of least five digit number. Correct. If I'm going to add it, I'm going to get least five digit number. This is of answer, but he, in this question, he asked highest four digit number now. So out of 10,000, 10 is the value which is I'm having more. So simply what you need to do is 10,000 minus 10, you are going to get 9,990. This will be your answer, which is highest four digit number. Okay, fine guys, let's move on to next. Yeah, this is the second model, guys. See, find the least number which when divisible, which when divided by, okay, which when divided by 3, 5 and 6 leaves the same remainder 2 in each case. Now he is telling the number when you divide with 3, 5 and 6, you are going to get the remainder 2. Okay, see, n, if you divide with the number n with 3, you are going to get a remainder 2, he said. Now, that means, let's say remainder is nothing but the extra part. What if I had subtracted that 2 from n starting itself and then divide? Obviously, what happens? That will be perfectly divisible. Now, that means whatever the extra part I have, if I divide, subtract and then divide with 3, I'm going to get remainder 0 for sure. That means, can I say n minus 2 is a multiple of 3? Similarly, n minus 2 will be multiple of 5, multiple of 6 also. So that means n minus, in that, okay, n minus 2 is a common multiple of 3, 5 and 6. I need what? I need the least number among them. So that is LCM of 3, 5, 6. Okay. So then n equals to LCM of 3, 5, 6 plus 2, which is 32. Okay. Let's move on to next. Now again here, find the least three digit number which when divided by 4, 8 and 10 leaves the same remainder 2 in each case. So now when I'm dividing with 4, I'm going to get remainder 2. When I divide with 8, I'm going to get remainder 2. When I divide with 10, then also I'm going to get remainder 2. Here he didn't ask you to calculate the least number. Okay, he asked you to calculate the least three digit number. So same thing, what I need to do is I need to take LCM of 4, 8, 10. Okay, so what is LCM of 4, 8 and 10, guys? What is the LCM of 4, 8 and 10? It is 40. So what you need to do is you take the multiples of 40, that will be 40, 80, 120. So you got first 3-digit number is 120, then you add 2 to it, you'll get 122. This will be your required answer. Okay, let's see the next question, guys. Find the highest 3-digit number which when divided by 4, 8 and 10 leaves the same remainder 2 in each case. Now he's asking you to calculate highest 3-digit number. Same process, guys. You take LCM of 4, 8, 10, which is 40. So first you will calculate the highest 3-digit number which is perfectly divisible by 40. So which is highest 3-digit number means I need to take what number, guys, to go for calculation? Least 4-digit number, which is 1000, divide with 40. And obviously 1000, if you see, okay, 1000 is a perfectly divisible number now, perfectly divisible by 40 now, because 40 twos 80, again 200, which is 45's 200, which is 0. That means 1000 is a perfectly divisible by 4, 8 and 10. I want highest 3-digit number now. So what I do is I subtract 1's 40. So you'll get 960. This will be your answer. Okay, sorry. This will be the perfectly divisible number. But he's asking you to calculate when will you get remainder 2. So you have taken LCM. The LCM is 960. Okay, so then add 2 to it. So the answer will be 962. Okay, now let us move on to next. This is one more model, guys. Find the least number which when divided by 3, 5 and 6 leaves the remainders 1, 3 and 4 respectively. So he's telling when you divide with 3 you are getting remainder 1. When you divide with 5 you are getting remainder 4. When you divide with 6 you are getting remainder, sorry, when you divide by 3 you are getting remainder 1. When you divide by 5 with you get remainder 3. When you divide by 4 you are getting remainder, sorry, when you divide with 6 you are getting remainder 4. Correct. So what you need to do is, guys, you just take the differences between divisor and remainder. So how to solve this question is take divisor minus remainder. So 3 minus 1, which is 2. 5 minus its remainder 3, which is 2. 6 minus its respective remainder is 4, 2. You got the same difference. Difference is same. Difference of divisors and remainders is same. So then your answer will be LCM of those given numbers 3, 5, 6 minus the common difference. So LCM of 3, 5 and 6 is 30 minus 2, which is 28. This will be your answer. If you want, you can cross check the divisibility things here. When you divide with 3, you are going to get remainder 1. When you divide by 5, so 5 5s are 25, 3 remaining. So when you divide 28 with 6, 6 4s are 24 and 4 will be remaining. So your answer is 28. Let us move on to next. Okay. Now find the largest number perfectly divides 16, 32 and 40. Correct. So what he's telling is, let's say the perfectly divides Bullets. So he said perfectly divides. So you divide the 16 with any number and you are getting remainder 0. That means, can I say 16 is a multiple of x? And I can say that x is a factor of 16. So that means now the same number x divides 32 and 40 also, and you are getting remainder 0, which means x is a common factor of 16, 32 and 40. Na? In that many common factors will be there. Okay. More in that I need largest, which is nothing but highest common factor. So you need to calculate HCF of 16, 32 and 40. Clear? Here you can see HCF of 16, 32 and 40 is 8. Okay. Let's see next question, guys. Find the largest number which one divides 38, 55 and 75, leaves remainders 2, 1 and 3 respectively. So if you divide 38 with some number, you are getting remainder 2. If you divide 55 with the same number, you are getting remainder 1. If you divide 75 with the same number, you are getting remainder 3. So out of 38, 2 is the extra part. Na? What if I have subtracted the 2 from starting itself, and then whatever the number it comes, that will be perfectly divisible by that number, right? So that's the thing, guys. So 38 minus 2 will be perfectly divisible. 55 minus 1 will be perfectly divisible. 75 minus 3 will be perfectly divisible. You need to take HCF of this number. So 38 minus 2 is 36. 55 minus 1 is 54. 75 minus 3 is 72. So you need to take HCF of this number. Okay. So what is HCF of 36, 54 and 72, guys? Answer is 6. Okay. So one of the shortcut if you want how to find HCF is take the smallest number. You write the factors of this number. 1, 36, 2 into 18, 3 times 12, 4 times 9. Okay, now what you do is you check whether the given numbers are divisible by some other numbers or not. So 72 divisible by 36, but is 54 divisible by 36? No, then this is not your answer. 72 divisible by 18 and 54 is also divisible by 18. Yes, this is my answer, guys. So sorry, I had made a mistake when I have written answer directly. So the answer is 18. Let's move on to last question, guys. Find the largest number which one divides 50, 82 and 114, leaves the same remainder in each case. Now, if the remainder was given, the question would be similar to my previous question only. Correct? So you just need to subtract that remainder and take the HCF. Now what you need to do is, here it is not like that. Let's say these are the three numbers A, B, C. What you need to do is, you take the difference A minus B, B minus C, B and C ka difference, C and A ka difference, and you take HCF of it. This is your formula, you remember it as a formula, guys. Okay, 50 and 82 ka difference is 32. 82 and 114 ka difference is 32. And 50 and 114 ka difference is 64. So what is HCF of 32, 32 and 64, guys? It is 32. This will be your answer. So this is the last question in this video, guys. I hope you understand the few basic questions from LCM and HCF, and these are the frequently given problems in exams. Okay, that's the reason why I have given a brief overview about the questions. Okay, there will be different types of questions in this also, but these are the basic things from LCM and HCF questions which will be asked in exams. Okay, so I hope you understand the questions, and I hope you like the content also. If you do have any queries or any doubts, you can contact me. This is my mail ID, and this mail ID is visible in the starting of the video also, or in my thumbnail also, so you can contact me over there. Okay, so if you have any doubts or any other personal questions, if I need to make any video on that thing, you can request me over there. On every second day, I'll like when I receive your doubts or any other things, from there you can check the channel on the second day. You will get the video on that doubts for sure. Okay, thank you guys.